Okay, note down. You note down problem. The valve spring of a gasoline engine is 40 mm long when the valve opens and 50 mm long when the valve is closed. Okay. The spring loads are the spring loads are 360 Newton when the valve is closed and 540 Newton when the valve is open. Full point. The inside diameter of coil cannot be less than 30 mm. Sorry. Design the spring. Design the spring. Okay. Okay, so now this is a given problem. So first you note down all given data properly. Okay. So when valve is closed, when valve is open, it's 40 mm long. When valve is closed, it is 50 mm long. When valve is closed, it is 360 Newton. And the valve is open, it is 540 Newton. Okay. So let us note down open length 40 mm, close length 50 mm. Okay. So F open 540 Newton. Okay. F close 360 Newton. I think this problem. Okay, let it be. Now one more condition. So inside diameter of coil cannot be less than 30 mm. That means, so when you consider the coil here, okay, coil So now as you made a coil with a circular cross section, okay, circular cross section, this is inner diameter, okay, and this one is what outer diameter, and this is what the mean coil diameter, right? No, this is what wire diameter. Okay, sort of cross section. This sort of cross section. So now dimension of inner has been fixed here. It should be minimum 30 mm. Okay, right? Now, once you go to the diameter, inner diameter, so can you calculate what is the mean diameter in terms of coil diameter? So now coil diameter, mean coil diameter D equal to di plus d. Okay? Di plus d. You can just look out here. So now this is what d by 2. Okay, this is also d by 2. Now d equal to di plus d by 2 plus d by 2. Okay, so what you got? Di plus d, right? Oh. Now in this case, as not specified what type of material and all those things. Now they have given only application here. So application is what? It is a gasoline engine. Application is gasoline engine. So now let us go for data handbook for selection of the material and their properties. Okay. Now just check it. Watch, spring, application, hot rolled, electrical conductivity, cold. Okay. Now cold rolled all drawn, special applications, hot rolled heavy coil for flat springs. Okay. Now in this case, we'll go for it has a special applications. Okay. Go for a special application. You can just check it in column number 11, processes of manufacturing, cheap uses and special properties. So you have any options there for application to the engines. You just check it. Have you got? No. Let us assume they have gone for chrome vanadium steel here. Okay. Let us go for chrome vanadium steel. Okay. Now chrome vanadium steel uh, here. Chrome vanadium alloy steel. Okay. So now we'll go for 1380 is ultimate strength here. Okay. Ultimate strength. Ultimate strength. Okay. Okay. 965. We'll go for torsion. Torsional ultimate strength. Torsional properties of a wire. Ultimate strength. Okay. So here What is the column number 8 is 8, right? This is column number 8, right? Okay. Now just look out. Column number 8, it is 965 is here. Okay. 965. So we just note down, assuming assuming chrome vanadium steel with ultimate torsional strength of 965 megapascal. Okay. Now let us assume suitable factor of safety, because you are taking a ultimate torsion strength here. You are considering ultimate torsion strength. So let us assume suitable factor of safety. So taking factor of safety equal to 3. Taking factor of safety as equal to 3. So now we calculate what is the allowable stress or design stress. Okay. Now we'll go for design shear stress. So tau equal to tau u divided by FOS. So now this is how much? 965 megapascal divided by 3. Now someone calculate and give the value. 3321. Whether it's a 321.66 or 33.
6 7.
Okay. Right. Now what you took? You took property here. You took property. Right. Next. In this case, they have not given a spring index. Okay. They are not given spring index. Now, based on the value of C, you need to calculate the K value, that is Wallace factor. Now, in this case, let us assume Wallace factor is some range. Okay, some range. So now let us assume. Okay, so let us go for temporarily assume. Temporarily assume Wallace factor K equal to 1.2. Okay, you can select from 1.2 to 1.4. Now, if you go on for calculation of K value based on all given values of C, so it may be range from 1.1 to 1.6 maximum. Okay, 1.6, 1.1 to 1.6 maximum. Okay, right. So now, and you also note down what is the modulus of rigidity from data handbook. Okay, because G value is required. Now G value is how much here? 0.0 7845 into 10 to the power of 6. Is it right? That means 0.7845 into 10 to the power of 5. Okay. So now G 0.7845 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. Right? Okay. Now we got all properties. Now based on these properties, you can find out the diameter of wire. The diameter of wire. Okay. Now one more thing is that you need to find out value of f here. Okay, so now value of f, no, maximum value of f is how much here? This is 540 newton. This is what a maximum value of f. So you can apply maximum f is how much? 540 newton. Now you need to design spring for 540 newton. You need to design spring for 540 newton. Okay. Now, so f equal to what? F max equal to 540 newton. Okay. Now, based on design procedure, what is the first step? First step is design of wire diameter. Design of wire diameter. Okay. Now, so we'll go for design of wire diameter. Now, refer design data handbook. Notify equation number. Notify equation number 11.1e. Okay, 11.1e, or you can go for equation number 11.1d also. Okay, you can go for equation number 11.1d also, because the capital D is now in terms of di and d here. Okay, di and d. Okay, now let us equation 11.1. So now shear stress tau equal to 8 fdk. Okay, 8 fdk divided by pi dq. Okay, now in this case tau is given, f is known, d is also known, k is known, d cube is unknown, pi is known. Okay, now let us substitute here. Let us substitute 8, f is 540. Okay, this is what 30 plus a d. Okay, k value, let us go for assuming it as a 1.2. K equal to 1.2. Okay, so 1.2 divided by pi d cube. Now tau is how much? Tau is 321.67. Now we calculate value of d. Okay, we calculate value of d. How much you are going to get here? So 321.67 into pi into d cube equal to 8 into 540. Okay, into 30 plus a d into 1.2. Now solve this one. You are going to get a value of d. Solve it. How much you got a value of d? You will get a d cube minus d equation here. D cube minus d, some value that is equal to 0.
So 5.67.
5.67. Good. Okay. Now I think you are
5.67.
going to get a 3 values here.
5.67.
Go for positive value. 5.67 mm. Okay. Now let us go for standard wire diameter here. Standard diameter of wire. Now refer design data handbook. Okay. So table number Okay, so here 5, 6, 5.6 is there, 6 is there, 6.3 is there. Okay, so now let us go for 6 mm here. Okay, let us go for 6 mm. Okay, so what is the table number? Table number is 11.2. Okay, so from table number 11.2, wire diameter is how much? 6 mm, right? Oh, now you got a wire diameter. Now what is the second step? You need to find out mean coil diameter. Okay, mean coil diameter. So mean coil diameter, capital D, equal to 30 plus 6. Okay, 36 mm. So now you can calculate C here. Calculate C. C equal to what? Capital D by small d. This is 36 divided by 6. This is 6 mm. 6, not a mm. It is 6. Okay. So now let us cross verify whether the selected value of K is going to suitable or not. Okay. Suitable or not. Okay. Now, so K equal to 4C minus 1. Okay, divided by 4C minus 4 plus 0.615 divided by C. Now you calculate how much you are going to get.
1.25. 25.
1.2525, right? Now here you need to go for one check here, because we have randomly selected value of K. Okay, but based on the value of C, you got 1.25. Now you need to check what is the induced shear stress in the spring for particularly value of C equal to 6. Particularly for value of C equal to 6. Okay, let us check here. Check. So induced shear stress. Okay. So let us note, go on design data and book. Equation number 11.1, which one you noted earlier? No, 11.1D. Now tau equal to 8 FDK divided by 5DQ. 8, 540. D is 36 here. K is 1.2525. 5 into 6Q. Now you calculate how much you are going to get here.
287.0.
2.
87.
Okay. Now this is what induced shear stress, right? Now what is allowable shear stress? You write a sentence here. Okay. So as induced shear stress, 287.54 megapascal is less than design shear stress. It is 321.67 megapascal. Okay. So hence, so selected wire is safe. Okay. Selected wire is safe. Right. Next. So now how many steps were? Now you need to find out number of active coils and a deflection. Okay. Now number of active coils or turns, okay, and deflection and deflection. Now they have given a range here, how much it is going to close, how much it is going to open for particularly two forces, particularly for two forces. So what is the range here? So when it opens, it is a 540 Newton. When it opens, the deflection length of the valve is length of the spring is 40 mm. When it closes, length of the spring is 50 mm. Now from this to this force, they have given the deflection of the spring here. Okay, but we don't know from 0 Newton to 540 Newton how much it's going to deflect. Is it right? Now, as you are applying the force from 0 to 540 Newton, okay, we don't know how much it is going to deflect. But they are given range here 40 mm, 50 mm. To open 40 mm, you need 540 Newton. For close, uh, to get a spring dimension as a 50 mm, you need force as a 360 Newton. Okay. But from 0 to 540 Newton, so how much it is going to compress or how much it is going to deflect, we don't know. Okay, right. So now you need to find out the total deflection of the spring based on these parameters. Deflection of the spring based on this parameter. Okay. Now let us note down here. Okay. Now you just observe here. Now you just observe here. Now let us look out. F naught equal to 0, y equal to 0. Right? F naught equal to 0, y equal to 0. Now y1, y2. Okay. So y1 is how much? Let it be. We don't know. So y dash is given here. Y dash is given. Okay. Now you need to find out what is the maximum deflection. You need to find out maximum deflection. You need to find out y2 here. Y2 is the maximum deflection. Okay. Y dash is given. You need to find out y2. Can you find out based on this triangle? Ft equal to 540. Okay. Ft equal to 540. F1 equal to 360. Y dash equal to 10 mm. You need to find out y2. Can you get? Otherwise, you just note down here equation is there. To find out total deflection, you can use this equation. Right? Let us find out y2. Okay? Total deflection for f2 as well as f1. You got equation there? Total deflection equation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us find out first total deflection. So total deflection. So y2 equal to y dash f2 minus f2 minus f1. So y dash is 10, f2 is 540, 540 minus 360. So you find out value of y2. So y2 equal to y max. You have a next class? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now just find out y max. So we continue next class. Okay.